Hi, it's been a while. Where do we start? This is Nesting Story 2.0. I've taken a long time off. Other than that one video I did, I think it was like last November, which I just watched back to kind of like remember where I left off. And I loved the first half of that video, but then I just rambled, so sorry about that. I will try to not do that during this video. For those who are new, my name is Joanna. I am a mom of 4, and I am a solo parent, and I have had Nesting Story for a long time, since 2013, blog, YouTube channel, and then I took a year off. During that year off, I launched a second business called The Water Cooler. It initially was supposed to be a co-working space with a little bit of like services on the side. And then last minute, and I started this, I launched this with my partner, Ben, who is my life partner. We joke because I don't know, at my age, calling him my boyfriend feels weird. And we launched it together and it's just been incredible. And we decided, you know what, let's just do the services first. And it has absolutely exploded. I am currently in our office now, the Water Cooler's office. We have a big team. We're constantly growing. It's amazing. We really just zoomed it in on what we're really great at. We do social media management and we do YouTube channels. So video editing, we go out, we film for people, we create content, and we do branding as well. So we love to help revamp a brand or start it from the beginning, name, logos, you name it. We love it. We have the most incredible team. I think like over the past, not even a year yet, some of the team members have become like some of my closest friends, which is just so lovely. Ben and I just do this so naturally. We bring different things to the table and it works so well. So that's kind of where I've been. I've been busy with that. But I think I'll just have to start this off as like a life update a bit. My kids are now, Holden is 13, Bo, it will be 12 in February, and the twins are 8, which is wild. I will be 40 in January, which is also wild, and I'm kind of excited about it. Definitely feeling my age sometimes, but I'm pretty excited about this next chapter and kind of like, I don't know, there's just something about turning 40 that you just kind of realize like what's important, what's not. You just focus in on like the people and the things and spending your time like things that make you happy and give you energy, and you just don't waste time anymore. I really think that that's what it is. Yes, I've still been with Ben for over 2 years and we're great. We still live in our own houses nearby each other, and that's been working with us so far with the kids and everything like that. And I had to step back from Nesting Story for a year. I watched that last video and I remember back to when I had to pause Nesting Story. And I really just had to, and I'm so glad I did. I feel like I was in this like very anxious place, very much like feeling like I just needed privacy. I kind of needed to like figure myself out away from everybody. I really have spent a lot of time doing that. I sometimes, you know, I've spent a lot of time, especially this past summer, really like being okay with just quiet spaces, not constantly going out, not constantly having to like distract myself, like being okay to just like sit and read a book or just be still. I think for a very long time, especially with like a lot of the changes in my life, I felt like I kind of had to just distract. And I feel now more like I know myself, I feel confident in myself, and I feel like I'm not constantly trying to like, I don't know, get somewhere or anything, whether it's exercise goals or life stuff or just stuff or vacations or events. Like, I don't know, it's just nice. Maybe that's part of getting older. I'm really embracing, like I'm pretty much an introvert. I can be extroverted, but I'm an introvert and I'm a hermit, and I just have really just embraced that. So that's been really nice. And I feel like it makes it so that I can come back to this in a different way. And it's good too, because I feel like coming back to Nesting Story, I kind of was like, I'm retiring from being an influencer, and I feel like I put enough space between myself and that world where now I can kind of start new in a different way. So some changes have happened with Nesting Story as we come back. I brought on a partner, Jackie, who you'll see briefly, I think, in the next video, because I've already filmed that one, which is a morning routine, or one of the next ones. So she is also, she started with the water cooler and is our managing director there, but she's just so amazing, and she's kind of similar to me in a lot of ways. And she was a longtime follower of Nesting Story, and I just said, listen, I can't do this on my own anymore, and I really need, I've really, I think, learned in the past year about the value of a team, whether it's the water cooler or Nesting Story, that if you can go it alone, great, but I'm in a stage of my life where I can't. I have so much on my plate, and I have one of two choices, especially with Nesting Story. Either I don't do anything and it just sits there, or I make some big changes and, you know, share it a bit with people to do something with it. And so we've also brought on 2 contributors, and they're gonna be more contributing on the blog, and we're just kind of figuring it out as we go. I was definitely dealing with a bit of like analysis paralysis and perfectionism starting to film. I was like, oh, I wanted to like upgrade my lights and get my mic. Like, we're still gonna upgrade things, but I think I was like, you know what? I need to go back to the basics, just pull out my point and shoot and just start. I just need to start and just put it out there. Actually, I should say too, speaking of teams, is that we also have our editors with Nesting Story now, and so I'm able to have help with that, with my videos, like help with editing and stuff. It's really amazing. So that's exciting. Like, I feel like not a lot has changed with me personally, other than just settling into this chapter of life. You know, the last few videos that I filmed, I had just moved, and you know, the ones before I was sharing about my divorce, which is, you know, it's coming up on 3 years now. That kind of transpired, and then it's nice. I don't know, it's like the most boring life update, but to me that's like the best thing ever, is that I don't have all these like there's no clickbait, there's no like these crazy things are happening in my life. Like, it's kind of just having this kind of nice steady life. My kids, who I don't think are going to be on the channel, they seem to be wanting on it. I've learned to never say never. Like, that's whether it's parenting or work or this, I'm not going to say this is it for sure. And I'm really glad when I wrote that like retirement post that I did leave a door open to say I might take sponsor posts here and there, and it's probably not going to go anywhere, but it's going to be different. So I'm really glad I didn't just like shut the door. I think I just really needed a break, but it's definitely not going to be how it was. I think like the biggest focus moving forward is going to be more about life for women my age, kind of at past the trenches age with kids, and like that rediscovery phase of life, and this kind of like new chapter. I think YouTube will mostly be me. The blog will be a shared experience with the contributors and myself. And Instagram will be where it all kind of like lands. And of course, I'm constantly pinning on Pinterest. So if you go there, you'll find lots of goodies. I'm on there all the time, just like pinning stuff for myself. So anything my taste, if you like it, you can go check it out. Yeah, but the kids have all settled into their new schools and have best friends and are just like really thriving, which is nice. There's definitely some stressful moments and some things that we're still navigating, but it's not something I want to like air out in public and share. I think it's more like what a lot of kids especially have gone through since the pandemic. Oh yeah, there was the pandemic. If you follow me on Instagram, I had like really bad COVID last Christmas, so that was a whole thing. But you know, we got through it. I don't know, Oliver's healthy, everyone's good. I just wanted to kind of like be here and say hi and show up and start talking to the camera, and I have 3 meetings to jump into soon. It's just, I guess to touch on water cooler, I feel like I'm trying to not talk about water cooler too much in this video because I watched my last one and I was like embarrassed how much I droned on about it. Like, we've got some really big clients we've started with. I'm probably gonna share, especially the YouTube ones, with you at some point, and I'll probably bring you along because I'll be on site. So that will be exciting. I think once you see some of these clients, you're gonna think it's pretty cool too. Yeah, and it's just nice, like, we're growing our team constantly, and we've hit a point with the water cooler where it's the word's out. And so now we're at a place where I'm kind of like trying to keep ahead of having to like put people on a waiting list, make sure we can take on all the work, which we've been able to keep up with. But we're getting a lot, like we really pride ourselves on like high quality work and having like local team members and just this like feeling of like you're adding to your team instead of outsourcing to some random place. And especially new clients who had bad experiences with social media management companies, which ended up just having this like lots of spelling errors and grammatical errors and like language barriers because everything was just being outsourced. And so I think people are realizing like the quality of our work and how much heart we put into it and everything. I feel like I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing, and I'm excited to kind of ease back into Nesting Story and ease back into some brand partnerships. We've done a bit with Mapleview Mall. I've got an exciting one coming up that's more of like a TikTok commercial, so I'll bring you with me that day when I film. Yeah, it's just nice to kind of like ease in, but I love it because these two brand partnerships, like, and I was always very authentic with mine, but I'm like gonna be extra that way, where it's like these two brands are like my go-to brands, so it's just so in line with me. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about here. I don't know how much of like it'll definitely be lifestyle, home, fashion, you know, womanhood and stuff like that, and like routine stuff. Will I get personal? I don't know. Maybe we'll do like a membership one or something with maybe like some like more vulnerable topics, but I'm not there yet, so be patient with me. We'll see where this takes us. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.